Hello everyone, Chef Ashley here at Adventure with United We Eat. I'm really excited today because we're going to be making a cheesecake dip. So hopefully you guys have your ingredients and you're ready to go. We picked a sweet treat because it's Friday. And we thought this would be really easy and really great to throw together, and we think you guys will really enjoy it. So before we get started, of course we've got to wash our hands. So let's go get that done real quick and we will get started. Chef Kenny's here.
These are the ingredients, guys.
He can answer any questions you guys have.
Almond extract, strawberries, milk, sour cream, cream cheese.
Super simple and delicious. Who doesn't love cheesecake? So we're going to talk a little bit about the history of cheesecake. Where does cheesecake come from? So the first recorded recipe of cheesecake was actually from ancient Greece. And the way that they would do it in ancient Greece is they would take sort of like a ricotta cheese, like a really soft cheese, and they would add flour to it and a couple eggs, and they would kind of mix it all up together and bake it. So that was a really, really long time ago. There's a recorded record of them serving cheesecake at one of the first Olympics on the Isle of Delos, which is pretty cool. And then when you think of cheesecake, a lot of people think of like New York style cheesecake. So America has its hands in cheesecake back to the 1920s. I think there was a chef named Rumor. I have to look it up, but you guys can look it up too. It's a good Google exercise. And it was definitely from the 1920s in New York City, and that was the chef who came up with the New York style cheesecake. So that's a really simple cheesecake with cream cheese, cream, a little bit of sugar, and eggs, and that's it. And so New York style cheesecake is known for being a very plain cheesecake, and we're not adding lots of ingredients like the strawberries that you're gonna have today, or the cherries you might sometimes see, or blueberries or chocolate. A New York style cheesecake is traditionally a very kind of just plain sweet cheesecake. So we're gonna kind of base our dip around that today. So we'll go ahead and get started. You should have your cream cheese. I'm going to double the recipe today so that we can show you what it looks like. So instead of the 4 ounces that it calls for in the recipe, I'm going to use 8. Feel free to double it if you want to at home too. So we've got a whole block of cream cheese. So we're going to add that straight into our bowl. I pulled it out a little while ago, so it should be softened. So you want it to be softened so that it mixes.
If you have any questions, guys, you can post them in there, and I'll try to answer them as best I can.
Yeah. And we're always looking for recommendations, so if there's something you want us to make, let us know. All right, straight in, just like that. And we are going to use our beaters to kind of give that a mix. So it's going to get loud for just a second. I'm going to mix it for just a second. So that's going to just introduce a little bit of air in there, so it'll be a little bit more fluffy. All right, so next we're going to add some sour cream. We're going to put about a half a cup of sour cream in there. Maybe a little extra. There we go. If you're following along with the recipe at home, I believe it calls for a 1/4 cup. All right, straight in. Then we're going to add some milk, just a splash, maybe like 2 tablespoons, just a little bit. And that's going to bring up the creaminess there too. Okay. Then we've got a little bit of almond extract. You could use vanilla, you could use strawberry, you could use anything that you wanted to flavor your cheesecake with. I'm going to use a little bit of almond, which you'll find a lot of almond. We're going to do about a teaspoon or so. You'll find a lot of almond flavorings in cheesecake. It gives it that really nice depth of flavor there. And then I don't like my cheesecake really, really sweet. So I'm not gonna put a ton of sugar in here, but we've got confectioner sugar, which is a nice, really fluffy, really mixable for dessert kind of sugar. It's not gonna be grainy, so we're not gonna use regular sugar. And let's see, let me grab a little spoon. We're gonna do a couple of tablespoons of this. If you like yours a little bit sweeter, you might put a little bit more in there. So I think our recipe calls for about 3 tablespoons. I think I'm gonna do about 5. I don't wanna quite double it. I don't like mine so sweet, but if you do, totally add all that nice powdered sugar in there. That's pretty much it. So we're gonna give it another mix to get all those ingredients mixed in there. And then you're going to take a spatula and kind of scrape down the sides to incorporate anything that didn't get in there. And look, it's so creamy and delicious. Super easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smells good. You can smell the almond in there. And we're going to transfer that to a pretty bowl, a serving bowl here. Now, the difference between this dip and if you were making an actual cheesecake is that it's pretty much the same ingredients, but we would add eggs to bake it. So this is just kind of, you know, in the summertime, you don't want to turn on your oven to like baking anything, and it's got to bake for a while and water bath, and this is going to give you the deliciousness of cheesecake without having to turn that on. All right, so we've got that there. It looks so good. Get all that extra off. We don't want to waste any of this. And then what I like to do, especially if you're having people over and serving, you want it to look really nice, and this is just taking it a step further, which if you wanted to, you could just stop here and you could dip strawberries or graham crackers or mix raspberries or blueberries in, full of antioxidants. Berries go really well with cheesecake, or, you know, you can do what we're about to do, which is you take your strawberries, you're gonna dip them in like this. Just like that. You gotta get some on there. Come on, stick. Alright. And then you're gonna take crushed graham crackers, and you're just gonna kind of roll them in there like that.
That looks so good.
Yeah. Just like that. And these are really great to take to, you know, a late get-together with your family or a birthday party or something that you're doing in the summer. Strawberries are easy to find, and it's a nice cool treat. You can put them in the refrigerator, and they will kind of set, that cheesecake will sort of set up as it gets cold, and then how easy is that? What do you think, Chuck? Anything?
I am in love with it. I want one of those right now.
You want to try one?
I think we should. Don't you think so?
Yeah. Who would say no to cheesecake? It's just simple like that. Alright? Like I said, or you can just dip them. I'm going to do one more because it's fun. I really like doing this. I think kids will like doing this at home too. It's a lot of fun to just dip things. You could do peaches. I think, you know, I'm obsessed with peaches because I did the peach cobbler, but I think peaches would be really good too.
Absolutely.
And you would like blueberries, I'm kidding, because you're obsessed with them.
I love blueberries.
And then you get some of those strawberry seeds, you can just cover them up just like that. No one will even know that.
No one knows what this is.
All right, let's give them a try and see what
I want this one.
you go for it. I'm gonna take my mask off and stand 6 feet from you and try it over here.
Oh my God, it's so good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nothing better than berries with something creamy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. All right, guys.
It's
Those are
amazing.
our strawberries dipped in cheesecake. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you next week with United We Eat. If you have any questions, drop them below. I think we're going to be doing chili Southwest next week, right?
Midwest.
Midwest. That's what I meant.
Yep.
Adventure is open, so visit our website for more information on that, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.